The three things to focus on in a life or death scenario being in a street fight altercation using dirty boxing tactics that could possibly save your life. Hello, Earthlings. Ultraviolet Ronald from the Bronx here. But before we get into it, I just want to preface if you can leave and de escalate the situation by talking down your opponent, do so. All right, let's get into number one, having a defensive posture and being ready and being relaxed at the same time. All right, now what I mean by that, don't just be square with your opponent. All right. Don't just have your neck all out there trying to talk tough and saying a lot. That doesn't really mean anything if it's really about to engage and start off. What you want to be is ready. So to be ready, you want to make sure your body is a small target and you're not completely square because it makes it easier for your opponent to hit you. You want to have your hands already up and you want to be slightly leaned back. All right. Don't be leaning forward. You want to be slightly leaned back. And the thing about this that works in your favor is having footwork along with it. So you want to be comfortable moving to your left or moving back or forward. So to move to your left or to your right, you want to push off that back foot while taking a step with your front foot. To move to the right or to the back, you want to push off your front foot while taking a step with your right foot. So this is called the box step. All right. So you get comfortable with the box step. Now, after you get comfortable with the box step, just get comfortable pushing off your front foot in an explosive manner, just like that, in an explosive manner, because this will work in your favor if you need to counter. So get comfortable just pushing off your front foot or pushing off your front and then squaring around your opponent just like so. But the key thing is to always be ready and tense. And ready, relax, but tense when needed. Number two, once your opponent crosses that void, all right, once they cross this arm distance length, strike first and strike hard, because that means they're getting ready to assault you, to hurt you, to batter you. So to avoid that, you want to strike first and strike hard. So since your hands are already up, guess what's the easiest attack you can do from this position? The finger jab. You can do the finger jab to blind them. And if you see that they're blind, you can run away and get out of there. But if they're still persisting and coming forward, you can just do a regular jab to hurt them while stepping back like I told you, and then coming in with that cross. The straightest punches will get to your target the quickest. So always focus on the straight punches. To throw that jab cross, you're simply throwing it with your hands being up. Again, make your body a small target, elbows nice and tight to the body in case you try to throw to the body, and having your hands up. So if you need to block to the head, you can block to the head. But to throw that jab cross, you're simply just pushing it out. All right, so as quickly as it comes out, that's as quickly as it comes back. So, and it's the same with the cross. You're rotating your hips, and you're letting your body naturally throw your punch forward. And you're putting that together, but being in a defensive ready posture in the street is if you're seeing your opponent come to you. So if you see your opponent come to you, just like that there, but obviously you're not going to go back to the stance, you're going to go back to guard. So they're here, and then you're just ready to defend and do what you need to do to get out of there. So again, focusing on straight punches is the quickest way to the target. And it's the easiest thing to do to get in between, because a lot of people in a street fight are going to throw haymakers. 70 to 80% of people who throw punches in a street fight throw punches like this, wild and crazy, just hoping that one will land to get you out of there. So if you're there and you're ready and you come with your guard up, that's going to completely throw them off their game. And number three, being the most vital. So if you're not able to react quick enough to punch them once they cross that void, the third thing you want to be able to focus on is your defense, all right, with countering. So you're here, and then they automatically in your space, and say you're like backed up into a corner, you want to instantly be able to block your head or block your body if needed. Now, most people are going to be thrown to the head, so just be concerned more about the head. And if you want to block to the body, you simply want to turn. If they're trying to go straight with a cross to your stomach to try to take the air out of your solar plexus, barely happens. Or you want to keep your hands where they are and dip to the side and catch those body punches on the elbows. But besides that, people are mostly going for the head. So you want to chicken wing your left or chicken wing your right arm to make sure the whole side of your head is blocked. Because with the fist, as opposed to having the glove on, it's much smaller and it's easy to get in between the crevice and still hit you and do the damage. and you want to slightly roll. So you want to slightly roll, and you want to bring your hand up. And the cool thing about chicken winging it is that you bring your hand up, this acts as an attack as well. So if they're coming forward and you're blocking, this can cut their face right open, just like that there. Bam, bam. And it could take them out of there just from blocking. Let's say if you have to block and then throw an attack right at the same time, you can throw a hook. So here, you roll with it, take the steam off their punch, and then come back with a hook, arm ended off in a 90-degree angle, your whole body rotating into that punch, and your thumb facing upward. So you can come from this side, bam, this side, bam. Or you can just do it with the normal straight punches. All right, and again, a jab can do a lot of damage or potentially even knock him out, because without a glove on, the jab is going to hurt. And if you aim for the nose and break it, that may discourage them and stop the fight right there. But if you're blocking to the body, it's the same concept. Here, bam, all right? Or here, bam, back to their own body, here, bam. And it's going to take them out of there. But you want to keep the punches tight, short, crisp, and precise. So again, going over the whole thing, you're always going to be ready in a defensive posture. So if you need to get out the way and move accordingly, you can, and counter off that movement and be defensively sound to get out of the way. Because distance management is big when it comes to the beautiful yet brutal sport that is boxing. And then number 2 is being able to strike first and strike hard once they cross that void. So once they cross that arm distance, don't just allow them to keep coming forward. Strike first and strike hard with straight punches. All right, so I'm stepping back, bam, all right, and I'm going right back into my defense, ready to do what I need to do to get that person out of there. And then finally, number 3, if you're backed into a corner and you completely forget what it is that you're doing, but you reminded yourself to block as they're throwing those haymakers, is keep them those arms high, making sure it's protecting your head and coming back with a counter if need be. Bam, bam, and get them out of there. But if you can de-escalate it, de-escalate it. These matters are very serious, and it could end without you going home or potentially being really hurt. So train as if life is a fight, because you never know when you actually have to fight in a situation to protect yourself or protect your family, and always work towards becoming your greatest version, because that's something we should always be focusing on. But for some reason, sadly, in this world, we get distracted with all of these other things. Now, hopefully this helped. Thank you for joining me on this journey to the ultraviolet. And if you liked the video, please comment and subscribe. And like I said before, always work towards becoming your greatest version.